Hi guys, ready to design a fun sticker pack together? Welcome to episode 7 of our 101 course series. We are almost there. Hope you had fun learning vector design with me so far.
I'm especially excited about this class. It's fun, whimsical, not too complicated, I hope, and very hands-on. If you ever wanted to create stickers for your brand, your work, or your passion projects, you're in the right place.
The theme for today is spells and magic, with a hand-drawn look and feel, something we never tried before.
So here we have a bunch of things that I love, like crystals, a snake, a book of spells, and some handwritten elements. We're going to vectorize this a bit differently today. If you look at all the tools we learned so far, we can definitely still use the pen, pencil, or brush tool to trace all these items. Just pick your weapon based on your preference and level of comfort with each tool. But I'm here to show you another option, which is auto trace. Auto trace automatically transforms pixels into vector paths.
You might wonder why we introduced this tool only now when we could have used it all along. Well, it's better to get comfortable with the basics before we learn the tricks.
We have 3 auto trace modes, so let's go on a separate artboard to see why and how they're different. I want to add 3 different images so we can look at all the different auto trace use cases you can introduce to your workflow. First is photography mode. So I'm just going to go to Import tab and right here at the very end, tap on Unsplash. Unsplash is a library of copyright-free images that you can add to your canvas straight from the inspector. Now let's select it and tap on the auto trace function down here in the quick actions. We're going to use photography mode for this one. So let's play around with the complexity and minimum path size until we achieve the result we want. Ultimately, this mode is great for creating a beautiful watercolor effect. Moving down the line, let's add a sketch for our second use case. As before, select, auto trace, and here we can adjust the complexity and contrast. I tend to keep ignore white turned on, because then the resulting sketch acts as a holistic element. So if I want to change the color here, I can do it very easily. Finally, we have illustration mode. So I'm just going to search for an illustration here and see what I can find. I think this is nice. As usual, adjust the sliders and perform the operation a few times if necessary to get the result you want. For me, the third time is the charm.
I like to think of auto trace as the ace up my sleeve. I don't use it all the time, but when I do, it gives that extra magic touch to my designs.
So let's go back to our stickers and apply what we learned so far. I specifically want to trace this typographical sticker here because I want to give an authentic hand-drawn feel, and auto trace will work wonders for that. Beforehand, I separated my bad witch design from the entire batch by exporting it separately. So now I can work with it individually. Selected auto trace sketch mode. I will leave complexity at 85%, contrast at 40. And hit it. By ignoring white, the lettering acts as one continuous stroke. So if you place a shape behind, it has this see-through effect that we really want.
Because all of these are vector shapes, I can of course use a node tool to make any adjustments. But because I prefer the hand-drawn effect, I will leave everything as it is.
Okay, now the only thing left for the sticker is to give it more color. Because these elements are a contour rather than a shape, the easiest way to do this is by recreating the heart and moon with the pencil tool.
And you will see me using the same technique for the rest of the stickers too. So let's do just that.
Here we have another sticker with some handwriting. And as an alternative to using auto trace, we also have the pencil tool. Let's slide this to 80% smoothing and just go ahead and write the words, "You are magical." The banner I can create using the pen tool. And although I had some very tight corners here, I actually managed to create it without any disconnected nodes. After some small details, I will show you another cool way to further lean on to hand-drawn aesthetic. I'm going to continue using the pencil tool to roughly recreate the shape underneath. So if I pick up this ping and loosely draw this part of the banner, you can notice how we have some small gaps here and there.
Ultimately, you don't have to be an expert with vectors to create beautiful digital artwork. If you're using the right tools, you can create anything.
Let's move on to the potion bottle and learn 2 more techniques in the process. You can use the pen tool to make these lines as sharp as possible. But if you want to disconnect some of these lines, you can make use of our eraser tool.
Eraser tool works much like the classic pink pencil eraser we all used in school.
Use the slider to change the size and then drag your pencil across any areas you want to remove. Now you see it, now you don't.
For even more precision, we can also use the scissor tool as an alternative.
Let's say I want to delete the part of my pad that is precisely between here and here. If you tap along a pad with the scissor tool, you don't just create any nodes, you create endpoints, meaning that I can now remove my pad or delete it. Alright, let's talk color. I know that I will draw my potion and cork with the pencil tool, but I can actually just fill in the entire bottle from the color widget, and then add some freeform shapes to top it all off. Notice how I'm cruising at around 80% smoothness here. Works like a charm in creating a smooth line with not that many nodes.
Just as before, if you're looking to create a more finesse look while still keeping a bit of freehand flair, you can draw all these stickers with the same combination of. But before we go into cut, contour and exporting, I want to show you how to create this eye shape in a few seconds. If you don't believe me, here's how to do it.
First, make an oval. Move to select the nodes at each end. Then turn this into a single type node. If you want to make adjustments to your shape, you can actually employ a similar trick and turn the upper and lower node into symmetrical. Now, any adjustments you make are mirrored on both sides. Let's jump quickly through the rest. We're not using any new tool, gesture, or technique. So I will see you once all our stickers are done.
Alright, now before sending them to printers, we still have to create a cut contour. Cut contour tells the printer how to crop the area around the stickers.
I know I want my stickers to have a custom contour that goes all around the shape of my individual designs. I just think it's cooler this way. And speaking of cool, there's a really quick trick we can learn to do that in just few seconds. The magic words are offset pad, which you can find all the way down here. Let's look at a simple example. In the case of this rectangle, the offset pad function simply rendered an identical shape. Offset positively or negatively depending on what number I input in the submenu here. While the join function will define how round or angular the corners will be.
This is the type of pad you need to create for a sticker in order to indicate the correct cut contour to your sticker manufacturer.
But if we go back to our stickers, notice how the offset pad function is not available if I select the book, for example. That's because this operation cannot be applied to grouped objects. I know what you're thinking, just ungroup the sticker. But in this case, the result is still not what we're looking for. The best solution here is to create a copy of your object. Then unite all the shapes using the boolean function. And only then we can apply the offset operation correctly. See, looks great. Let's make the pad a bit thinner. One and a half points will do. Now I can delete the united object. Its only role was to create the offset. And tada! The cut contour is ready to go. So let's do the same for the rest.
Alright, now we got our finished sticker pack ready to be exported. But before that, there's one last thing we need to do.
Let's switch on CMYK preview from settings to check that our colors are correct. RGB and CMYK don't share the same spectrum, and print is more limited than the millions of shades pixels can generate. So this is the way your colors will look like once printed. Looks good? Then let's go to our export options. Make sure you select according to your manufacturer's requirements. When in doubt, PDF is usually the standard. Once here, make sure you check the CMYK box before finally tapping on export and sending the file to the printers. Here's how mine turned out. This is the full sticker pack we created together, with the cut contours following each design individually. I think they turned out great.
We're excited to see what you guys come up with. So share your result with us on social and don't forget to tag.
Hungry for more? I'll see you in the next episode when we focus on designing a logo from start to finish using 2 brand new techniques. See you there!